This is why I do not advocate for long distance relationships, especially for women. Sit down. You ladies have been asking, but what about long distance relationships? But what about long distance relationships? I'm going to tell you what I think about them. I need you to listen to this all the way through because this might challenge how you've been romanticizing long distance relationships. And before anyone gets defensive, this is not an attack, this is discernment. I personally do not advocate for long distance relationship, especially for women, and I want to explain why psychologically, energetically, and practically. Because long distance relationships aren't just romantic. They are risky if you do not understand the dynamics. Number one, the biggest danger is you don't actually know him. And I don't mean you don't know his favorite color. I mean, you don't know how he handles stress, how he treats people on a day-to-day basis, how he leads, and how he shows up when things don't feel exciting, or how he even shows up in conflict or disagreement in person. When a relationship exists mainly through texting, FaceTime, phone calls, you are bonding to words, not actions. As a woman, especially feminine women, we're wired to bond to what we hear. This is where that saying comes, women fall in love through their ears. That's why words without proximity are dangerous. That's why women are in this challenging thing where like he says the right things, but his actions don't align. And the reason why from his words, you build a fantasy in your head. And this is why women have a hard time letting go. Oh, but he's leading me on because he's saying this, but he's doing that. So see how women bond to what men say? A lot of women. Words without proximity are dangerous. They can create attachment without proof. And these words just feed a fantasy. And you create a movie of this person that's not even real in your head. Number two, long distance creates fantasy bonding, not real intimacy. Long distance relationships allow people to present a curated versions of themselves. You get the highlight reel, the good mornings, long conversations, emotional depth. But you don't get routine, friction, real life leadership, consistency under pressure, consistency under stress. So many women aren't in love with the man, they're in love with the idea of who he could be. And fantasy feels intoxicating until reality shows up. Number three, masculine men don't want relationships that live on screens. They don't bond through the phone or through texting or through words. They really don't. A healthy masculine man wants physical presence, he wants intimacy, he wants access, and he wants to build something in real life. Men in their masculine energy are action oriented. They don't want to maintain emotional closeness without proximity. So when a man is overly comfortable with endless texting, FaceTiming, calling, especially without making concrete plans, that's not romantic. That's avoidance. Number four, this is a key feminine truth you must always remember. Interest always shows up as movement. If a man is genuinely interested in you, long distance will not stay vague for long. There will always be clear plans, effort to see you, a timeline, and a desire deeply on his end to close the gap. You won't feel anxious, you won't be wondering, and you won't be waiting. Presence removes confusion. Number five, long distance feels exciting to women with emotional wounds. This part is important and gentle. Many women are drawn to long distance relationships because the body associates distance with safety. Unavailable man can't fully hurt you. Unavailable man can't fully abandon you. And they can't fully disappoint you because they're not there. So the nervous system feels safe but also stimulated. Long distance creates adrenaline, longing, anticipation, chasing, and the body confuses that with love. But as you heal, men who are inconsistent, distant, or unavailable become unattractive. You begin to crave presence and not intensity. Those butterflies in your stomach, they're not appealing to you anymore, because you understand that's actually your body alarming you of danger, not intensity. Number 6. Now, I know there's always that slight little number of people that make it work, but they're very rare. They're very rare people that make long distance relationships work. So number 6 is the rare exception without hope. Without false hope. Yes, some long distance relationships do work. Of course, some do. But notice the pattern. The man is stable, financially secure, decisive, mobile, and he moves quickly. Distance is temporary, the plan is clear, and the leadership is obvious. Those cases are rare, not the rule. A case that I want to bring up because I listen to their podcast because I really like his content is, I don't know if you guys know, but Danny Morel, him and his wife have a podcast. It's called Finding the One, and they talk about their relationship, and they were long distance. I feel like long distance with that kind of caliber of man will work. If you guys don't know, if you want to listen to their story for my long distance girlies, it's called Finding the One. Danny Morel. Find it. Number 7, the grounded female standard. Here's a truth I want women to sit with. If he can't be present, he can't lead me. Period. Healthy relationships are built through day-to-day interactions, shared reality, and consistent presence. You don't truly know someone until you're with them. That's why so many long-distance couples collapse once they're finally together. Values don't align, lifestyle clash, and the fantasy is replaced with reality. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about protecting your nervous system, your heart, and your time. Relationships are already challenging when you're together. Okay? They're already challenging being in together. Imagine long distance. Men don't bond like that. They don't bond through a phone. They don't bond through words. They don't bond through that. That's more of a woman thing. That's why this is very dangerous for women, especially. And usually those women always end up getting played. And they need sex. That's just the reality of it. They need it. Remember, as you become healthier within yourself, you'll stop romanticizing distance. No matter how attractive the man is. Because as a feminine woman, you do not build relationships on hope. You build relationships on presence. Presence. Anyways, I hope this video helped. I hope it gave you some clarity. And these are my 2 cents on long distance relationships. I love you. Bye.